worrying about. And actually, if you give a baby, a very, very young child, under the age of 1, a touch screen now, this is what the survey's saying, many of them will automatically, they kind of know what to do because they've seen it, they've watched it. In fact, weirdly, if you give a very young child a book now, some of them try to expand the screen, they try to swipe the page because it's so instinctive to them. So all of that is great and fine. It's just a skill that they have, it's just something that they do. What's not fine, and this is the discussion that we have so often,
it can become.
is how much we use it. And so, it's just part and parcel of all of these things that we have in our house. It's finding a way to take it away from them. But it's not at all to say that these things are bad for babies and bad for children. They shouldn't be using them. There's so much they can learn on there.
But perhaps limit how much access they
Very
have
much
to
so.
them, because a lot of children, once they're given a tablet, that's it. There's no restriction on time. They can just use it as much or as little as they choose.
But, we have these discussions a lot. This is so much part of the work that I here, me, the parenting person, saying, well, you must make sure the security on this and make sure you do this. I'm a parent of 3, and I'm as guilty as any other parent out there of not following my own advice all the time because it's so easy. I'm busy doing the dishwasher, or I'm busy on a work. They're quiet, everything's fine. And I think discussions like this and surveys like this are very useful. It's just that little wake-up thing. Well, what are they doing on there?
It's a free childminder, that's what it is.
Well, this is how a lot of us use them.
I would argue that the genie's down to the bottle now. I mean, I've got teenage children who are given iPads at school to do most of their learning on an iPad. So surely if you're giving these to very small children, they're ahead of the game. What's wrong with that?
Well, precisely. And I mean, these are skills which they need. Same as you, I have teenage children. All their homework is online, so they're given these things by the school. So exactly fine. If you've got a baby that can go on and can swipe and expand and touch things, that will be just a part of how we live now and how they live. Absolutely fine. It's just that thing about that my real bugbear is babies in buggies, forward-facing buggies with a smartphone or a screen. You hear it in cafes a lot. Mums and dads come in, sit down. Oh, darling, we'll get the iPad in. We'll get the
That's the first
thingy
thing
out straight away. No, talk to them.
I mean, what then do you make of Nicky Morgan, the Education Secretary's plan? She wants your internet usage when you're in school to be monitored to make sure you're not being radicalised, you're not accessing pornography. They want classes in internet safety for kids as young as 5 years old. Sounds like you might suggest that's a little bit late, in fact.
I would say that's a very good idea. Why not? I mean, we have classes in road safety. We have class, we make sure that they know not to stick their fingers in sockets. This is part of their life now, and it's happened so quickly. It's happened so fast. If you think most of us didn't have smartphones, what, 7, 8 years ago? I didn't. I only got my first one probably about 5 years ago. So this has happened incredibly quickly, and I think all that you do when a new technology, a new thing comes in, you have to then all of us adapt to that. So, yeah, we should be teaching them.
Do you think these classes should be as much for parents as for children? Because, as you said, babies and children are getting hold of these tablets earlier and earlier. It's the parents that are falling behind. They know more how to use swipe technology and things like that than we do.
I think there are a lot of parents watching now who know that thing where they're struggling with something, and a 5-year-old comes, I'll give it here, Mum, and they just go, da-da-da-da-da. There you go. And you think, how did you do that? And again, that's as old as humans, The younger generation are always so brave, they're not frightened. But we do have to remember what they're doing and what they have access to. They have access to the whole world, to anything they want right there in their hand. And so without wanting to be a little bit overcautious, we do need to be cautious. And monitoring what they're doing at school on school computers, yeah, for sure, why not? We need actually to know what they're doing on there. I think that's not prying. It's sensible.
Sensible.
Yeah.
Okay, Liz, really interested to talk to you. Liz Fraser, parenting expert. Thank you. Right, what do we